interested in the Oscars?
Yeah, is
Oh,
anyone interested in the Oscars right
I started that poll. Like today was the day I did that, of course.
now?
Let me just do a quick inspection of the poll if people care about the Oscars. Oh, it's
Ooh,
50-50.
really?
Yeah. Wow. And I
That's actually
did,
surprising.
yeah, I'm very surprised. Actually, I did notice something about who's saying yes and no generally, and it has to do with our generation. Um, I've noticed younger
Okay.
people saying yes more.
hmm I
Older
love. Sorry, no, go ahead.
us saying no, like our age
Yeah.
maybe, are like, nah, it's not important. And then I remember when I was younger, older people are like, yeah, it's okay,
hmm
like our
Yeah.
parents or something. They'll watch it occasionally, but
I I enjoy it, but for different
it's
like
just simply, do you
reasons.
care? Do you care about the
Oh.
Oscars? Yeah, that was the question.
Oh, it's a good. I mean, I feel like that's a complex question. I guess I don't
Yes or
care so
no?
much.
It's like,
I don't, yeah, it's gray. It's a gray area.
mm,
Like I
yeah,
love seeing like the moments that come out of it.
yes.
You know what I mean? Like some of those are so fun. But
And like the scandals. I mean, Will Smith, right? I mean, that right there.
yeah. Well, and even like some moments where you're just like, oh my God, this person, like Michelle Yeoh
Yes.
last year, like, oh my God, just I mean, honestly, every award that
Well,
that
the year
movie won.
before, yeah.
Was it the year before? What the hell
Yeah.
won last year?
That was the year of Barbenheimer, remember?
That's right. My brain
Everything
just
Everywhere
completely
was,
erased a whole year.
yeah.
Uh,
So Oppenheimer, Everything Everywhere All at Once, going backwards. So yeah.
that's right. Okay. But yeah, like that year, like every award that that movie won, I was just like you just
Yeah,
get so moved because
there
it's just
are
such a
years like that. Yep.
yeah, so like those moments. But overall, yeah, like if I like I'm not gonna watch it live. I never do. But
You
I
you
shouldn't say
never do?
never.
Oh, okay.
I shouldn't
Huh.
say never. I
Well, I think you
usually
did
don't.
last year
I think I
because
did.
they had the whole like because Gosling had to sing his song,
Yeah, yep.
That was
See,
funny.
like those moments.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like those moments. And then it's fun seeing like the audience react to it because then you're just like, oh yeah, they're also just normal people like
Hmm.
us, just enjoying this silly moment. Yeah. So,
Yeah. And this is
but
our final Oscars. Well, not final,
our
our last.
last
Excuse me. The
Oscar
last.
specific episode, mostly because I don't think Alan wants to listen to me bitch about movies that get nominated every year. Like, I think
We,
he's sick of it.
I think we'll do it, but it's just that we've noticed that like, do you care? Like our audience, let us know if you want us to do this next year. Let us know.
Right.
Like, comment in our YouTube channel or something, or send
Yeah.
or Instagram. Just
Yeah.
let us know. Leave a comment. Just let us know
Yeah.
if you like that or not, like the
Because if you,
nominations, or like guessing nominations rather. That's what we're
right.
doing, or predictions, whatever.
Yeah. Because if you don't, I'll
We're not
stop
gonna do it.
watching movies that I don't want to watch.
Exactly. The
I
whole
will only
point
watch the
was to
movies I do want
expand our
to.
horizons, but we're like
Yeah.
fighting that with all our we're like, well, I want to watch Severance right now.
Yes, exactly. I'm just like, man, I could read my book or I could watch these movies. And then I'm like,
Yeah, and like
well, my
Dexter
book's like
Original
really
Sin. I
good.
mean, come on. It's
Have not
so
watched
good.
that yet.
Have you watched the original Dexter?
Yeah. Mhm.
You'll
I
love this
loved
one.
the original Dexter, yeah, back in
You'll
the
like
day.
this
But I
one,
mean,
I
that
think.
was 15 years ago or something. That was a
Well,
long
it's
time
set
ago.
in the 90s. I mean, come on,
Oh,
90s
I do
baby.
love the 90s. I love it.
Yeah,
So good. Um, all right, let's get into it, man.
let's go. Okay.
So there's a few
We'll have
categories we're
the
not gonna
ballot
go.
here so they'll
Yeah,
see. Yeah.
there's a few categories we're gonna jump over. Mostly just because there's a lot. It's always a lot. Um, there's movies that we didn't get to see. Honestly, a lot of movies this year, I feel like were not available to rent or like
God,
stream for
yeah, that was
free.
killing
A
me.
lot of, and a lot of them aren't even in theaters anymore. And then some of them you couldn't even buy online or like buy like on Amazon or Apple or something to watch. It was like pre-order for after like
Yeah.
March. I'm like, well, that does me no good.
Mm-hmm.
So there are a lot that we didn't get to see unfortunately.
You've
But
ruined our show.
right,
Whoever you are in marketing.
somebody listened to the episode a couple times, like a couple versions of this, and they were just like, let's get this lady to quit bitching about this movie. It's just nobody watches them. Nobody gets to see them. She ruined
Yeah.
it for everybody.
Yeah.
Um, but that's okay. So we're gonna start with writing. We'll go with writing original screenplay. So the nominees are Honora, The Brutalist, A Real Pain, September 5, and The Substance. I'm curious what your thoughts are.
Well, I picked The Substance. Boom.
I
Original. I'm
want
like, that
to
was,
understand that so much.
it's his best original screenplay. All the others, I'm sure, were great. It's just that, talk about original. I mean, if
Hmm.
you saw this film for like the first 5 seconds, it's just like, what the fuck is going on? It's
The
like,
whole time.
it's like, and then I only saw it once in theater when it came out at the first opening weekend. And
Yeah.
it was just me and like two other guys in there. It's just like everyone was going to see Beetlejuice for like the eighth time or something.
Yeah.
Um, but it was just like, whoa, like what? Like, who's this
Yeah.
guy on the phone? Like, what? It's like,
Yeah.
uh, it,
Honestly, that part never even occurred to me. There are
yeah,
so many WTF moments and so many
yes.
moments where it's like, I hate this, that it just, that even never occurred to me. That thought never. I was
Well,
like, I don't even care who this guy is.
yeah.
Although I did think, man, what kind of medical insurance does this lady have where she's like able to just go and
Well,
pick
she's
up this
super
shit?
rich too, so she must have, the rich get everything for free. So it's
Well,
just
yeah,
like
that's
it's a
true.
class thing too.
But yeah, that anyway.
But
Okay, so the substance.
yeah, I went with that. I mean, I haven't seen The Brutalist
Hmm.
or September 5.
Hmm. Oh, you did watch A Real Pain though?
I did, yes.
I'm curious, but I don't know if that's actually up for anything else. I want to hear your thoughts on that movie.
It's up for Best Supporting Actor, I think. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Um,
Okay, good.
I thought that was. I heard the writer, director, just and actor
Yep.
Jesse Eisenberg talk about it on like one of the late shows or something, and it was just on YouTube or something, just a clip,
Hmm.
and it was
Yeah.
just hearing him talk about it was very interesting. Just kind of like him trying to find like I guess like a not happiness, but just kind of like his grief, I guess, too about
Hmm.
things, and it's just like it was very like interesting. So, but it's interesting. It doesn't matter like how like where you are in life, I suppose that you still maybe are empty, like he feels unsatisfied with life in many cases it sounds like.
Hmm.
And I'm just kind of like interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
He does all these films,
Hmm.
and you can name any number of his films and it's just like what aren't you happy about in life, dude?
Well, I think
What
that
is
that
it?
just shows that, being happy doesn't just take one thing. Like,
Mm,
there's a lot that goes into it that you may or may not think about.
hmm.
And as we get older, I think that it gets even more complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your pick?
Um, I I understand what you're saying about the substance for this one because it is so original.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I appreciate from it, I'm trying not to be my usual like shithead self about this.
That'll come out
Um,
later.
it
Deeper
will
into the podcast.
about this movie too. But like I appreciated the point of
Hmm.
this, like the moral of the story, essentially.
Yeah.
Um, but I really like felt a connection to a real pain, like
Mm.
just and I felt like that's the kind of movie that like you or I or anybody like here in our community would like sit down and write about like how we are feeling or doing or to move through something or based on our experience or
Yeah.
something like that. And so I just felt like it was more meaningful on multiple levels. And it's not easy to do that. And so
Mm,
I thought it was really well written, and I mean done and everything. But so I'm gonna pick a real pain.
okay. Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Having said that, I've seen The Substance and a real pain, and that's it. I do want to see September 5. So I mean,
Yeah.
maybe, but yeah, my pick is
For
a real pain.
sure.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
For
Right.
writing, oh, you go
You
ahead.
want to
Every other. Let's do
zigzag?
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Go,
Writing
go, go,
adapted
go, go, go,
screenplay,
go.
A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Amelia Perez, Nickel Boys, and Sing Sing. Adapted screenplay. I have seen everything except for Nickel Boys and Sing Sing. I don't understand why, but okay.
Yeah.
You just want it in theaters. I get it.
They're gonna
Let's.
be, I think, both available on Apple
Oh, is it
soon.
Apple? Okay.
I
Yeah.
think. Nickel Boys for sure. I think Sings. Maybe I'm wrong about Sing Sing. Maybe that's something else. But anyway, continue.
Okay. Um, what do you pick? I'll go second on this one.
So I have only seen Conclave on
Hmm.
this list. Having said that, I actually want to see all of the others on this. This might be the only list where I'm like, I actually want to see every single nominee.
Hmm.
Um, so it's hard because I don't know all the details about all of them.
Right.
Um, so I'm gonna say Amelia Perez.
Okay.
Um, just because I do know all the detail or a lot of the details. I like read in depth about that film and everything. Um, and I think it
Go, 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 go,
I
go,
just feel
go,
like
go,
I
go,
would just
go, 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 go.
fall in love with that movie if I like when I see it. Um, but honestly, if any of them other than A Complete Unknown win, I'm gonna be okay. But my pick is Amelia Perez, having not seen it. What about you?
Hmm. Well, I actually chose Conclave. Um,
Really?
Again, didn't see Nickel
Okay.
Boys or Sing
Yep.
Sing. I think the next contender up would be Sing Sing for me,
Hmm.
but
Yeah.
I actually was very surprised by Conclave.
Yeah.
Uh, but also was very intriguing, just like seeing how they do it, and it's just like the politics behind maybe that, what happens
Hmm.
inside there.
Yeah.
Um, I thought that was a unique perspective, and
Hmm.
just how long that process can take. So,
Yeah, I
and
agree.
all the intrigue, all the
Yeah.
oh, you can't be
Yeah.
Pope because.
Hmm. Um, yeah, I honestly I went into it thinking I didn't think it was gonna be bad. I just thought I was gonna be bored. I thought it was gonna be
Yes,
slow and just
100%
like
yes.
I wasn't gonna be the target audience and I was gonna just not be interested or invested and I was gonna be like on my phone most of the time.
Yep.
It was so good. It like
Great acting.
I watched completely like I was invested. Like there's a twist for anyone who hasn't seen it, you should watch it. And there's a twist and Alan was like, "Hey, there's a twist. It's dope." And I got towards I'm like getting to the end and I was like, "Did I miss the twist? Like did I not understand? Like am I
That was
just
a
not
weak
getting it?"
twist, Alan, you
Yeah,
know?
I was like, "Am I not getting the twist?" And then it happened. Then I know I said this in our last episode, but which is actually our next episode. Um, but I sent Alan a gif of Will Smith and Fresh Prince just going when it happened because I was like, damn, oh my God, so good. Such a good movie.
Yeah,
Such a good movie. I agree with you.
yeah. I don't think they have any like uh okay, Ralph Fiennes?
Fines.
Yeah,
Yep.
I guess he is up for another.
Which I think he should be.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
next.
Visual effects. So we have Alien Romulus, Better Man, Dune Part 2, Kingdom of Planet of the Apes, and Wicked.
I Chose Wicked.
What?
Having a
You
blind
did?
pick. I went with a blind pick. I mean, I picked it because, well, like,
You
when I
haven't
saw,
seen any of these? Or no, you've
I
seen Dune.
saw Dune and Romulus,
Oh, okay.
and I pretty much, I mean, I was going to watch Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, but
Yeah,
got really
got it.
busy again. Anyways,
Yeah.
I, I love Alien. I wanted that to be my pick, but they, the fact that they had to redo the touch up on the guy's face was like, it wasn't their fault. It was not their fault. It was the
I don't
studio
know what you're
pushing them.
talking about.
Okay, so there's an actor who died, and they did like
Oh.
the Princess Leia sort of thing.
Ah, got it.
So
Did he die like at the end when they were like, well, we've already shot
no, no,
99%
he's
of
already
it?
been dead. So
So then
it's
why did they have to?
he's a character that's an android model that carries forward in the storyline. So it makes sense why this
Oh,
model is here. So or he
got
is
it.
there. Um,
Okay, got it.
uh, but they had to redo it for the disc release or something like, oh, we fixed it, but it's
Hmm.
because whatever it was, 20th century or whoever puts it out, I think it's 20th century, but they didn't give him time. They could have just given him an extra month or two to just, make it
Yeah,
better like they did it now after it's been
right.
released in theaters. But
Got it.
it was just like, it's not good. And then the
Hmm.
end alien was kind of like, it's kind of part Prometheus, part alien. So it was like,
Ooh, okay.
I was just kind of like, I get where they're going with it, but I'm
Yeah.
just kind of like, that's what it looks like. It's like, okay.
Fun fact, I have never seen any of the Alien movies, but I have kind of. I've seen uh I've seen Prometheus, which I
Hmm.
really liked, and I've seen
Me too.
Predator versus Alien or Alien versus Predator or whatever.
Yeah.
But I've never seen any of just the Alien movies.
Okay.
Yeah,
You got to see the
fun
Sigourney
fact.
Weaver ones. I mean, that's all of them. But
You have to watch all of them.
one and two for sure.
But aren't they scary? I
Not
get that they're
really.
from the 80s,
I
but like,
mean,
okay.
yeah, exactly. So
So it's just more like there's a couple of like boo
jumpy
ah
moment.
kind of.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
but there's also like a lot of like hidden references in the films that I wasn't aware of then.
Oh,
Like
really?
watching it as a kid or whatever, it was just
Well,
like,
yeah.
oh, that's in the shot. It's like, oh, interesting. That's why it's in the shot. Like
Okay.
it's
That's
a
kind of cool.
commentary on things happening.
Mm.
All
Yeah.
right. So
So
yeah, I went
wicked.
Wicked. How about you?
I'm my heart is really happy that you did that.
Well, I saw,
Um,
like I was saying, these I saw a like the behind the scenes of
yeah.
Cynthia, was it? Cynthia Erivo
Cynthia Erivo. Mhm.
doing her thing, and then it was like all green screen. I'm like, this is nothing but visual effects. So it's like,
Uh, Parts of it. Hey everyone. We've got 20 plus episodes up for you now on our Patreon with lots of fun chats, some really great guests.
yeah, and join for free and get extra episodes for as little as $5 a month. You can join in the link in the show notes. Check us out at patreon.com/film and beyond.
The tulips. I don't know if you've seen, I think it's even maybe on like the poster or something. So it's like the Yellow Brick Road going
Uh-huh.
Munchkin Land to, yeah. And like there's just fields, like miles and miles and miles of tulips, different colored tulips, and it's beautiful because it's all like just super colorful. All of those are like real. So like they had like all that kind of stuff that they did. They built like the forest. They built the whole actual
Really?
forest, even though it was in like
Oh,
the soundstage or whatever. And to the point where it was so real that there were birds that like we're living in the like
oh my
trees in the
God.
forest inside.
Go, go,
And
go, 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 go,
little
go, go,
story,
go, 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 go.
when because it's a scene between Cynthia Erivo and Jonathan Bailey, uh, and she's singing. And it's one of my favorite songs in the whole thing. But anyway, she's singing, and whenever she would sing, the birds would sing back. They would start like singing with her, which I think is miraculous and says so much just about her voice. But anyway, so not all of it was green screen, but yes, a lot of it was green screen. Absolutely. Or like visual effects, I should say. I'm so happy that you did that. Um, I don't know. Um,
Better man.
I'm honestly, I saw Rebel Wilson post about it like 5 minutes before we started doing this. She's like, if you haven't seen this, you have to see this. I was like, you too? What the
Yeah.
hell? Um, uh, I've seen the first like 20 minutes of Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I started falling asleep, and so we had to stop. Not because it's bad. It was actually really interesting. It was really good.
Mm.
I was tired. Um, and we just never got
Yeah.
back to it. Dune, I mean, is excellent, but
Yeah.
feel like a lot of that isn't actually visual effects. Like a lot of it is, but a lot of it's not. Um, I don't know. I'm
I
gonna go
mean, that's a
Wicked.
good runner-up. I've to me, and Dune Part
Yeah,
Two.
I would probably say either Wicked or Dune Part Two.
Okay.
Yeah,
So Wicked.
yeah, it's Wicked.
All right. Sound. A Complete Unknown, Dune Part 2, Amelia Perez, Wicked, and The Wild Robot.
You know what's funny? I struggle with sound
Yeah.
because I just immediately think of the music itself, which is not what this is.
Yeah. And
And I struggle with it because two of these are musicals. Um,
right.
so in my head, I'm naturally like, well, one of those two should obviously win, but that's not what it is. Hmm.
I
Um,
went with Wicked again.
you
I
did.
I have no idea. Like
Yeah.
I think it may be one of those technical ones that's for the first one to get all the technical awards. So
Right. Oh, yeah, that's true. Actually, shit, three of these are because A Plate Unknown is not a musical, but it's also kind of a musical because it's
yeah,
based.
it
Yeah.
is. Yeah. Hmm.
That's funny.
Biopic
So three
music.
of the five. Anyway, again, I've only seen two of these. I'm honestly probably gonna go with Dune just because there's a lot that they had to do with like the different like there's just so many the sound is so I feel like the sound's more complex
Hmm.
like with the way that so, I don't know. I'm not going to explain it well, so I'm going to stop. But I'm going to go with Dune Part 2.
Okay. Yeah, I
Okay.
feel like Wicked and Dune Part 2 could split a lot of these technical
Go,
ones
go, go,
just
go, go,
Hmm.
go,
because
go.
um they're both
Yeah,
studio films too. So
right. And they're huge, like just massive. So it makes sense.
yeah,
All right, production design. The Brutalist, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Nosferatu,
Nosferatu.
and Wicked. All right, man.
Again, it's split for me between, I guess, Dune and Wicked, but I chose Wicked again. I have no
Okay.
idea. Again, I have no idea. I haven't seen it.
Right.
Rahana was supposed to
Uh,
buy this for me, but
I failed you guys.
F,
Well,
F.
it's not even available to buy anymore, is it?
It
Or is
finally
it?
is.
Oh,
Oh,
fine.
on digital, but yeah,
Well, we're both like physical media people though.
yeah. Only Walmart has it,
Um,
and I'm like,
which yeah. I'm also gonna go with Wicked. But like even just vaguely knowing the movies that I haven't seen there. I mean, no, Nosferatu might be pretty good on this, but no, like Wicked, I genuinely think that I would say that regardless. So
mhm. Okay.
yeah.
All right. Music, original song. I listened to these.
Me too.
Just, well,
Twice. I went through
I
twice.
didn't do that much, but okay.
Oh, come on.
I
Well,
had to sample it
yeah,
before
I
coming
was
on.
between a couple, and so I was
Yeah.
like, yeah,
All right.
okay.
So El Mal from Amelia Perez, The Journey from the Six Triple Eight, um, Like a Bird from Sing Sing, Mi Camino from Amelia Perez, Never Too Late from Elton John, Never Too Late. It's a little redundant, but
Mm, yeah.
what's your pick?
I'm going with The Journey by her from the Six Triple Eight.
I picked
Uh,
the same thing.
that's so funny. For me, it was really between that and El Mall. It was tough for me. I had to listen to them a couple times because I really like both of them.
What?
Um,
Is that the
that was with Zoe Saldana.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
liked the other one, Me
Oh, that's
Camino,
funny.
because it's
Okay. Selena Gomez.
Selena Gomez,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I really liked El Mal. I liked the like vibe of it and like the fluctuations and just the tempo and
Yeah, the
it's just
song
like all of it.
itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um so I really I wouldn't be mad at that one. Like I feel like it was a good song. Um
I watched
I
that
gotta
movie.
say, yeah, it made me more excited to watch it.
Yeah. Did
I
you
gotta
watch it?
say, no, not yet. I'm going to though,
Oh, okay.
but no, not yet. I will say though, I really disliked Never Too Late. And I didn't expect to because it's like, well, this is Elton John, so I'm not
Yeah.
gonna. But no, I just straight up, I was like, I couldn't listen to it one full time through. It's like, no. So I don't know. That was interesting.
Mm,
Whatever.
okay.
All right.
Whatever. Next.
So now we have music original score. Um, The Brutalist, Conclave, Amelia Perez, Wicked, The Wild Robot.
I mean, music, score, hello, it's gonna be Wicked. So,
Yeah. I feel like if it's not Wicked or Amelia Perez, um, uh, everyone should just quit the Oscars. They should be like, "Hey, Academy, you obviously don't know what you're doing." So,
yeah.
uh, I, yeah, I'm going with Wicked again, obviously. But, I mean, if Amelia Perez wins, I wouldn't be mad either.
Mm,
I say that a lot, but it's true.
okay.
And
Makeup.
you went Wicked?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
All right. Makeup and hairstyling, A Different Man, Amelia Perez, Nosferatu, The Substance, and Wicked. I'm just blind picking my way through all of this. It's just like Wicked. I haven't seen it, but apparently it's really good because I do want to
Yeah,
see it, but the powers that be say it shall not be unless you buy it. And it's like,
right.
well, can I watch it anywhere? No, you can't. It's
Yeah,
like you have to buy it,
yeah,
but I haven't seen it.
right. But that's your pick?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised. I honestly thought you were going to go with the substance. Um,
Oh yeah, definitely
which
is I guess a favorite of mine, but it's as a film, but I think Wicked's just I think Wicked would win just based on what I've seen. So
I I I feel like this one's difficult
it is.
because having seen the
I
substance, like there's just so much makeup and stuff that had to go. Well, I suppose it's
yes.
also not, it's not, yeah, I don't fuck, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go with
I'd
Wicked.
be very happy if it was The Substance. Not
I
gonna
feel
lie.
like it might be. Like there was a lot that went into, I'm gonna say Demi Moore as the movie progressed.
Yes.
And things occurred. And then the final version.
Okay, spoiler alert. We're gonna do it from now on. This is
Okay,
the
spoiler
Oscar
alert.
episode. Yeah,
Yeah,
let's do it.
the monster.
Yeah.
Like,
The
although how much of
Sue,
that was also,
what's her name in this?
yeah, although how much of that was actual like crazy costume, hairstyle, makeup stuff, and how much of that was like visual effects, maybe.
Hmm. Yeah,
So I don't
yeah,
know. Maybe, yeah, Wicked, Wicked, Fuck it, Wicked.
yeah. Those two. It's interesting to see Nosferatu and the Substance in this category because, again, like we've kind of talked about
Hmm.
in previous ones, is Academy does not like genre, and then you see Nosferatu on here, and it's like, hello, genre,
Yeah.
and then the Substance. So,
It's dumb to me that they don't like genre because genre, like that makes it less of a movie. Like that doesn't qualify it as a movie. Like it should be about movies
well,
as
do
a
you see
whole
all the
versus,
like how big some of these other budget movies are? Like, A
yeah.
Complete Unknown was 70 million. It's like
That's absurd.
I'm sure most of that's like marketing also, but I'm thinking like, okay, so Ed
Yeah.
Norton, Timothy Chalamet, Elle Fanning. I mean,
Right.
is
Yeah.
is that all you got? It's like
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
Anyways,
film editing. Actually, did you want to speak to international first?
yeah, real quick. Saw Amelia Perez and Flo. I
Yeah.
picked Flo. That's it.
How
I
you
don't
really
know.
like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Has a cat in it. Hello.
That's true, you love
But
cats.
it
Okay.
was well done from like an animal perspective, kind of like
Hmm.
it happened the way you would expect an animal to do things. It's kind of
Okay.
like if it were Homeward Bound, but the
Oh.
animals didn't speak, animated wise, so they're just not anthropomorphized, so to speak.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool, cool, cool. All right. Film editing. So we have Honora, the same like five. Honora, the Brutalist, Conclave, Amelia Perez, and Wicked.
This is a different list. I mean, I don't see the substance. I don't see, but I
Hmm.
guess again, what have I seen here? Honora, Conclave, Amelia Perez. Those are the ones I've seen. I don't know. Maybe I I put down the wiki. I feel like I was just doing this
Yeah.
out of sheer just like madness. I'm like,
Yeah.
I
Welcome to
don't,
how I do this every year.
and that's why we're not doing it anymore because
Yep.
whoever markets these films is doing it wrong.
Terribly.
The time to get people's attention is during nominations,
Hmm.
and you're not letting people see it. It's like,
Yeah.
go die.
Aggressive, but I like it. Um, yeah, I've only seen Conclave and Wicked.
It's a Nathan
Uh,
McIntosh thing. I'm sorry. It's
oh, okay. No, that's all right. Okay. Um, I mean, I just by watching like a couple of clips and then like the trailers for Amelia Perez, I feel like the editing had to have been pretty good for that. But I just don't know. So I'm gonna go with Wicked
exactly. It's like I think it could be The Brutalist, but I haven't seen The Brutalist. I haven't seen
because
Wicked.
no one has 17 hours to just sit down
Oh
and
yeah.
watch that
Can
movie.
we talk about that? You edited this down to 3.5 hours? Like,
Honestly, they shouldn't win solely because of that. I don't believe that any editing was done. I think they filmed and they were just like, here's your movie, all 3.5 hours of it. Hopefully it makes sense.
I
Like,
I think I mean, the budget was so low on The Brutalist. It's insane. And
was it?
yes. And the fact that it's like in award season, but it's like your budget was blank. And it's like
Huh.
it wasn't more than a complete unknown. I mean,
Right. Yeah.
and that was like just to me, it was just like, okay. I'm
Yeah.
not really a Bob Dylan fan per se,
Mm, yeah, me too.
but I mean, really that much? I mean,
Hmm.
anyways,
Okay.
yeah, Wicked. I just picked Wicked. So
Yeah.
so directing.
This is yours.
So Honora, Sean Baker, Brady Corbett, The
Corbett.
Brutalist, James Mangold, A Complete Unknown, Jacques Audard,
Audiard?
Audiard,
Audiard? Wow.
Audiard, Amelia Perez. Is this French? Jacques Audard? Because it is from
Jock.
France, or
That's true.
it's
No.
French film made.
Isn't it? Wait,
It's
it's a
France.
French. No, it's a.
French produced, yep.
Oh, produced. Oh, I thought I was thinking you
Because
meant like the film itself. I was like,
right, in the international category it says France. So
oh,
do you see
okay.
that? Yes.
I didn't notice that before. Okay.
And then Coralie Frigide, another French, The Substance, also filmed in France. Um, I struggled with this one because I love Sean Baker. Really like Coralie Frigide. Um, and then Brady Corbett, I'm like, I want to see her film, if they would
Hmm.
let me. Pre-order now.
Yeah.
Uh, I personally like Coralie Frigide for this. So,
Yeah.
I mean, her vision was way out there. The writing too. Um, I really do think the Academy may go Brady though on this one, but
Hmm.
like I'm okay with that because I know about the struggle to make it, and it was just interesting to see. Like, I want to see this. It's just please let me see it.
Hmm. Um, I this is one where I'm mad that a director didn't get, and I understand that this movie is up for 7,000 of the other awards. Like I get that Wicked is up for everything.
hmm
It should be up for best directing. It just absolutely should.
Yeah, and didn't he win for like critics or something? I
Yeah,
forget what.
yeah. He killed it. Um, but regardless, I'm gonna try and save as much of my rants as possible for the last couple
Okay,
things.
because they
Um,
repeat. There weren't many movies in
exactly. Yeah.
this bunch.
I mean, honestly, I don't know.
I look forward
I've
to Conan
seen,
O'Brien. That's pretty much it.
yeah, I've seen one of these, The Substance. I hated it. I don't know. Like, The Brutalist does not appeal to me. Honora looks, Honora looks like I would hate it, which I thought about The Substance, and then after I watched it, I hated it. So I'm just gonna trust my gut on this.
What?
Um,
My
a
goodness.
complete unknown, I just feel like I don't care about because I don't care about Bob Dylan, and I just don't
Right.
feel like there's enough that the director would have had to have done based like in comparison to the others that would stand out. Um, I'm
Other
gonna
than
go
Ed
Amelia
Norton-esque.
Perez.
Okay.
Yeah. Or honestly, maybe the subs. I don't know. I don't care about this one. I don't know. I
You
don't
don't care
like
about
any of
directing? Oh, any of
I
these, yeah.
like these. Like I don't I'm gonna go Amelia Perez. If any of the others win, then but
Sean Baker did like Tangerine. Do you remember that?
I don't think I ever saw that.
Okay. It was shot on the iPhone.
Nice.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
So you went
Tangerine.
with Amelia Perez, you
I'm going
think?
with Amelia Perez. Although I could yeah, we'll go with Amelia Perez.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering when I saw his name, James Mangold, on this one. After watching the movie, I was like, Best Director?
Yeah.
I think like having not seen Wicked, I'm thinking like that's a lot, you know. But
Yeah.
again, maybe it's because I noticed in this category, other than A Complete Unknown, really, like not a lot of studio films. I guess Netflix
Hmm.
first, um,
Yeah.
Amelia Perez, but I kind of like that. I
Yeah.
like that these are more independent directors that are trying to make a name for themselves versus people
Yeah.
who are already established and already killing it in the
Yes.
game. And it's just like, well, yeah, but yes, I do see your point with like James Mangold versus is it John
John Cho?
Cho? Yeah,
No.
or
Yeah.
get the name right.
Wicked director. I know
But
I'm
Wicked,
like
yeah,
John Chu.
Chu. Okay,
I'm a douche. Yeah, John Chu. Yeah. Uh,
Wicked
all right.
Part One. Okay,
Wicked Part One.
so
If
they'll
he
win
isn't,
Part Two.
yeah, if he's not up for it next year, I swear to God.
If this is a Dune Part Two year, I think Wicked Part Two year would be coming in 2 years or whatever the fuck it would be.
It
So
next year because it's coming out in November.
okay, it is.
Yeah. Hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, there you
Yep.
go. So we're not doing this anymore. Starting after this year. And then it's all
That's all
Wicked.
right. I'll find a way to bring it up.
Yeah, we're thinking of going like award
Just
season,
more
not
award
just
season. Yeah.
yes.
It broadens it. It I feel like
It
it's more inclusive.
yeah, we can see like what we
Better
want to see and
films.
then complain about what's not nominated, like
Yeah.
regular people.
Yeah. Um, Costume design. A Complete Unknown. Conclave. Gladiator 2. Nosferatu. Wicked.
Wicked again. I think it's gonna sweep. I think it's just uh, because I mean the IP alone is just so good already. It's just
Mhm.
yeah, and the perspective. of
Yeah.
what it's about is kind of universal too, a little
Mhm.
bit. So yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Gladiator 2 won. Um, I don't quite know enough about Nosferatu,
hmm
but I
It
feel like because
so Nosferatu, just a little history.
it looks scary.
Yeah, it's a vampire. The
Yeah.
reason Nosferatu was created is because Dracula was like copywritten. So they created Nosferatu.
Oh. Hoo-hoo. So he's a secondhand Dracula.
Yes, he is Dracula without being Dracula. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So I mean, I'm assuming the costuming is really good for that too. And like the costuming was good for Conclave. It's just that I don't think that it's as complex as the others.
Your
A
Eminence.
complete unknown. It, it could be spot on costume design and it's not going to be impressive. Like dressed like they're in the 60s. What? I
Kind
don't
of
care.
like
Um,
what was it? The Irishman that was up for it
yeah,
also.
like okay, cool. Wearing normal like clothes from that era. I'm also going Wicked.
Okay.
The
Cool.
costuming is brilliant.
On to cinematography.
Is this one your favorite? Or is directing?
I think yeah, this and directing are kind of the main ones. But
Yeah.
cinematography, The Brutalist, Dune
Hmm.
Part 2, Emilia Perez, Maria, and Nosferatu.
I wanted to watch Maria too. Damn it. Mm.
I haven't seen Brutalist, obviously, and Nosferatu. Dang.
Oh, that's right.
Um,
You watched Maria.
yes, I did.
That's right. Lucky.
Very interesting film. It was the perspective as she's dying, kind of basically her last days.
Oh,
Um,
really?
yeah, and how her mind was kind of going. Let's
It
see.
kind of it gives me like Maestro vibes with
Kind of,
Bradley
yeah,
Cooper
a
a little
little
bit.
bit,
Okay.
but not really. It's kind of more like that plus the father, you know?
Oh, okay.
So it's just kind of
Ooh.
like what's real, you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I
okay.
forgot about the father. That was good.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, continue.
So what's your pick?
Um, I'm probably gonna go with Dune, honestly.
hmm Greg Fraser is the cinematographer. Also
Yep.
did the Batman.
Which
Um,
is dope.
hmm
So yeah.
I have to look him up actually because I was like, this is a different Greg Fraser, I think. Because there was a Greg Fraser from like The Office. Wouldn't that be hilarious if he was like,
It's entirely possible.
it's like I
I
worked
feel
on
like
The
that
Office
happens
and
all
now
the
I'm doing
time.
like Dune.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think
people
it's the same
progress.
guy though.
But
I
what
think
if it was?
it's like kind of like in Minnesota. Have you
Oh.
seen uh Alan's film? Which Alan? Or what have you seen Jason's film?
The
Which
Allen.
Jason?
Come on. Like there's nobody knows another Alan or Jason. Like it's the Al if you like you guys are single names.
Or
Like you
what's
don't have to say Alan Tracy or Jason Schumacher. You just know who you're talking about. Did you see Jason's movie? Yes. Come on.
this one was
Ugh,
hard because I didn't see the other two that are like I think would be
yeah.
good for cinematography. I like Nosferatu, that's one that I was like I was itching. I was like maybe I buy it, maybe I don't, I don't know.
I feel like you would like it.
Yeah, I feel like it's right up my alley too, but it's
Yeah.
just like I talked to a friend, they were like, it's not the worst thing I've seen, it's not the best thing I've ever seen. I'm like, what does that mean?
Right? Like that is a wide gap right
Yeah,
there.
like it's not all this that I expected, not all that.
Right.
It's like okay, but it is probably more true to the classic Nosferatu, which is
Yeah.
old. So,
Hmm.
but I like the director, so Robert
Is that what you went with?
Eggers, I think.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
would pick it, but because I haven't seen it, I mean, I think I would pick that, but I also did select Dune Part 2. So
Nice.
it's like,
I feel like it makes sense for that to win.
Yeah, I suppose, but it's just like I think they already won for the first year, so I feel like maybe
Mm,
they'd give it to
oh,
Nosferatu.
maybe.
So
Yeah.
I think Nosferatu is my true pick, but I'm not blind picking it because I need to
Got it.
see it.
Okay.
But I've seen the preview, so it does look good.
It
So,
it looks really well done, for
but
sure.
Dune also had a lot of like kind of color variations also, and
Yeah.
so yeah. Anyways, but
Dune,
that might be more editing too.
so good.
So
Um, all right. Animated feature film. So we got Flow, we have Inside Out 2, Memoir of a Snail, Wallace and Gromit, and The Wild Robot.
Memoir of the Snail. That sounds like the Brutalist. 3.5
I,
hours later.
right?
I feel like
I
that would
am.
be hilarious somehow. Like, remember when I was over there? It was like 2 inches away. It's like
Yep.
Memoir of a Snail.
I'm actually intrigued by that. And it makes me think of oh my God, what was it called? Something something shell with shoes on or something like that.
Oh, Marcel
Marcel
the
the
Shell.
shell with shoes on.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what that makes me think of.
Oh, you
Anyway.
do not want to see this. This is claymation.
Oh, yep, no, hard pass. So what is your pick, sir?
Flow. 100% flow. It'll take animated and international for the first time ever.
And which other one have you seen?
I saw Inside Out 2 and The Wild Robot.
Wild Robot. What did you think of the Wild Robot?
It was good. I liked it.
Was
It
it?
was
Okay.
um interesting enough, I guess.
Yeah. I feel like it gives like vibes,
Yeah.
you know?
Gives what vibes?
Eh.
Uh,
Like
I mean,
it's meant to like look really like really good, but I don't really understand what the point is.
I,
I
I,
like I don't, you know.
yeah, it was almost like feel for the machine or the AI bot, and it was
Oh,
just
got it.
like,
Okay.
hmm, who
Because
made
it's like
this?
by itself or something.
Yeah, so it
I'm
I
like
don't know
asking
if
you to just like
you
tell
can
me
just
all the
watch
de I
it.
can look it up.
It's a good watch. I mean,
Okay.
um, I don't regret seeing it. It's just it's kind of like yeah, like you were
Yeah.
saying, meh, kind of.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's more for I think kids. But
Which
Lu
does make sense.
Lupita and Pedro did a great job. So
Oh, they're in it?
yeah, and
I
then
didn't know that.
also
It's funny. That makes me excited to see it.
yeah, Thing Rames, Mark Hamill.
Uh,
Uh,
really?
there was one guy in here,
Shit.
Matt Berry from my Matt Berry, not yours.
Uh,
The one from What We Do in the Shadows.
yep.
Hilarious.
Yep.
I recognize his voice
Huh.
every single time. It's just, well, most of the time. He's in Star Wars, he's in all these droids. He's
He's in
like,
Star Wars? Oh, as a voice. Got it.
yeah, I
Got it.
think it was Boba Fett, I think. Or,
Really?
yeah.
Huh. Okay. Um, I've only seen Inside Out 2, but I loved it. As an anxiety-riddled human being, I felt so seen. Um, and I really loved Inside Out, the first one. So I love that they did a second one. I love that they went into this layer of it. Honestly, I hope they do a third one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
totally will.
100% my pick is Inside Out 2.
What happened to Mr. Anxiety there? That was originally the voice. I was a little upset because it wasn't Bill Hader again.
Oh, it wasn't Bill Hader or Mindy Kaling.
Right.
Yeah, they apparently, so I read about this because I was wondering it when I read it,
Yeah.
or when I started watching. It was because it was contract stuff. Like they were offered like such a low ball amount to come back, and they were like, "Well, no, if like other people are getting paid more, then why would we not also get paid more if it's
Yeah.
like that doesn't make sense?" And they were like, "Well, then you can take it or leave it," and they left. Um, which is understandable. Uh,
Disney, what are you doing, man?
yeah. Um, who the voice was, Oh my God. He's the guy from Arrested Development. And I say that understanding there's so many people that that
Oh,
could be.
Cross, David
Um,
Cross,
nope, nope.
or who's the other
He's
guy?
in Veep. He's
Tony
Julia Louise
Hill.
Dreyfus. Tony Hill.
Yep.
Isn't he in Arrested Development?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah. But yeah, so he plays Fear. And then I don't remember who took over uh Mindy Kaling's role. But yeah.
Uh, who's Mindy Kaling's
Go, go,
character?
go,
Is
go,
it
go, go, go.
discussed?
Hmm. Yeah.
Liza Lapira.
Okay. Yep. No, not Discuss. Discuss was new.
Oh,
Uh
anxiety,
she's
envy,
the
envy.
is it? She was the blue one.
They're
Like
not
the cute
showing
one.
me
Well,
the
come on.
characters here.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. The point is that's what happened.
Okay.
But which I was disappointed in because those two I thought were perfect in those roles. And I think
Yes.
it's really shitty to do that to them. But also I love
Oh,
that
she
movie.
was
So
discussed. So yeah, discussed.
she was discussed?
Mm-hmm. It's Mindy's character
Oh,
in the original. So
okay. All right,
Liza.
never mind.
So
Okay.
yeah, they replaced her
Um,
with a lesser known
yeah.
person. But
Um, but
okay.
yeah, that's my pick. I really love that movie, so that's all.
Okay.
All right.
And that one time you went skating. No, I'm just kidding. All right,
I mean, I
into
have
acting.
only been there once, so
Go, 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 go,
Actress in
go,
a
go.
supporting role, Monica Barbero, Ariana Grande. Oh, I guess I'm sorry.
and Wicked.
Wicked.
Yeah.
A complete unknown for Monica. Felicity Jones, The Brutalist, Isabella Rossellini, Conclave, Zoe Saldana, Amelia Perez.
I
You make one.
love Felicity Jones in general.
Yeah,
Everything I've seen her in,
yeah.
my mind is blown. I love her. She does not make me want to see The Brutalist though.
She kind of does
But
make me want to see The Brutalist.
Um, she it makes me want to watch other movies that I've seen her in that I loved her, in, if that
True,
makes sense.
true. Rogue One all
Um,
day. Yeah.
yeah. Uh, but I'm 100% going Ariana Grande for this one, mostly because I don't think anyone expected her to have any business being as good as she is in that role. Like she put the work in to be Glinda. Like
Hmm.
she went through so much training, like uh, opera singing training, like all these different things, like training to like change the tone of her voice, and everything. Like she crushed it. And I see her in a very different light now after that movie. Like it's 100%, I think, Ariana Grande for me.
Nice.
What about you?
I went with Monica Barbero from A Complete Unknown.
Who,
She
who is
definitely,
she and what does she play?
uh, she plays, I think it's Joan Baez in the film. Let me check. But
His mom.
a love
Oh,
interest, sorta. She's a
oh, got
musician
it.
also.
Okay.
Um, yeah, Joan Baez is who she plays.
Okay.
But yeah, the person, it made me interested in her as a person then, like who's Joan Baez, because she was
Mhm.
apparently very popular at the time, and a lot was obviously going on in those years. Um, and yeah, I was kind of appreciative of it, like the fear of things going on during that time, like with what was it, when the Cuban Missile Crisis
Yep.
and that. Um, so yeah, it was they had a really good kind of sequence about that time, like the tension that people felt in the States and like what was happening. So
Got it.
yeah,
Okay.
so
Um,
kept my interest in the film more. Yeah.
that is important. Okay, actress in a leading role. So Cynthia Erivo, Wicked, Carla Sofia Gasol, Amelia Perez, Mikey Madison, Honora, Demi Moore, The Substance, and Fernanda Torres. I'm still here.
Oof, there
You've
are.
seen more of these than me.
I've seen all except for I'm Still Here.
And Wicked.
Yeah, and I'm Still Here won, I think, for something
Golden
at
Globes,
the
I think.
Golden Globes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was for leading role. Um,
Yeah. So did Demi Moore.
yeah,
She won as
Demi.
well.
Yeah, that's strange because the Globes can split certain genres up, which is
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate because
It's
then it's
weird.
like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, so we can both win.
Yeah.
Not like the Oscars, the absolute final best.
Right. Yeah.
And I can't wait to hear Conan's take. I
Oh God.
I love
He's gonna
Conan
get in so
O'Brien.
much trouble.
He is. I cannot wait. But I love it. It's just so funny to me the way he is with his humor. Most comedians bomb at the Oscars, let's just face it, huh?
Yeah. Except for Nikki Glazer. She killed it.
Well, not the Oscars yet.
Oh no, that's right. Nope, you're right. You're right. Anyway, so your
All
pick.
right. Yeah, because Oscars are much more uptight, shall we say?
Yeah.
This is serious.
Sure.
Can't wait to hear that sarcasm from him. Cynthia Erivo's my pick.
Yeah?
I really think Demi Moore is a high contender in this category, and
Mhm.
it's very likely. I'm just gonna put that out there. Um,
Mhm.
but I picked Cynthia Erivo, but I think they might select like Academy members might go Demi Moore because I mean Wicked Part Two's coming, so Cynthia will be
Yeah.
back, you know.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. Um, I'm right there with you. My pick is Cynthia, but I wouldn't be surprised if Demi Moore won.
right,
Um, and I wouldn't I want Cynthia to win. I wouldn't be surprised. Like I wouldn't be pissed if Demi won. Um, I hated the movie, but she did a great job. Like her performance was
yeah,
great.
fair.
Um, but yeah,
I've only seen it once. I mean, I
I want
still
Wicked
think
to win.
about it to this
Or want
day,
her to
and
win.
it's been like several months. It's just
Mhm.
like it's a burn. It's in there, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't forget it.
I'm never gonna be able to unsee it.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, Cynthia for sure.
okay. Um, I mean, I maybe I picked Demi Moore. Again, I love the substance,
No,
so
you already picked Cynthia. Quit
it's gonna be
flip-flopping.
Demi Moore. I should switch.
Son of a B. Allen.
I haven't seen Wicked, and that's your fault.
My fault. It was in theaters forever.
Yeah, I still want to see it. Haven't seen Wicked. I'm picking Demi Moore. You're seeing an Oscars first and last here, ladies and gentlemen. Alan Chaney's pick mid pick.
Mid pick. Not even mid
Post
pick.
pick.
After the pick. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
The
it's
pick
like
has been made. The pick is
what was
in.
the trade? The Herschel Walker trade or something? That's what it's like. Or the Drew Brees one, whatever it was.
I have no idea.
The NFL draft when they were making their picks, you know. No,
Mm-mm.
didn't know Drew Brees, Peyton Manning. Okay. Could have been a whole different
I
league.
mean, yeah, I didn't know that that was a that happened. I didn't pay attention to the draft at that point.
I didn't know about it either, and it's just like, oh, that happened. Interesting. Well,
Hmm, here we go.
or something. I forget who, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Actor in a supporting role: Yura Borisov, Honora, Kieran Culkin, A Real Pain, Edward Norton, A Complete Unknown, Guy Pearce, The Brutalist, and Jeremy Strong, The Apprentice. Did you see the article about Guy Pearce and
No.
Kevin Spacey?
No.
Yeah, he said that
What?
Kevin Spacey was targeted him on like LA Confidential.
What?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. He went after Guy Pearce?
I- yeah, I think that's
Memento Guy Pearce? Right? That's Guy
Yeah,
Pearce?
yeah.
Our Lord and Savior, Guy Pearce. Are you shitting me with this? Inferno, Guy Pearce. Livid,
Infernal
Inferno.
machine.
Okay, just because I can't talk doesn't mean you have to call it
You're on
out,
fire though. Go, Inferno.
right? The point
She's
is,
gone, Inferno, is what we're saying.
livid. I'm livid. God damn it. That's infuriating, and I did not know that, and that makes me really sad.
Yep. Guy Pearce says Kevin Spacey targeted him while filming LA Confidential. Send it.
Kevin Spacey. God,
Go
that
die.
fucking guy. Yes, that guy. Ugh. Anyway,
I it sucks because I like he keeps popping up in movies I like, like I rewatched Seven, for instance. So anyways, it's
yeah, I
just
mean, he was an excellent actor, and he
yes,
was in everything because he was an excellent actor. The problem is, he's a piece of shit, and he never should have been allowed to have a job after he did anything once.
right. All right.
Such
So
is the world we live in. Okay,
you have a pick for this first?
Kieran Culkin.
Okay.
Again, that's the only one I've seen.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I refuse to watch The
Yeah.
Apprentice because I don't support, I'm not going to get political. Uh, what did you say? Go die?
You don't
That's,
support
yeah.
reality shows.
I don't, yeah. Um, uh, the Brutalist, like Guy Pearce is brilliant, obviously, what I just said.
Mm,
But I have no interest in the Brutalist, so I'm not gonna, I don't know. Edward Norton is phenomenal. He's a great actor. Mm, and Honora looks terrible to me. But Kieran Culkin made me emotional and feel things, and I feel like it was almost like a therapeutic experience, like watching that and watching him go through it, and it almost like
abuse.
makes you like feel in touch with yourself and like opens a door to like help yourself heal a little bit.
Yeah,
Not every actor could do. I don't believe any other person on that list would do that. If I watched them in these movies. So Kieran Culkin all day.
okay. Have you seen Succession?
No,
I recommend it if you like Kieran Culkin in this,
it's
you
on
will
the
like him in
list.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely something we
And
want to
Jeremy
watch.
Strong. So it's funny to
Oh,
see
he's
them
in it
both in
too?
this. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
they're
That's awesome.
brothers. So it's
Really?
even better. Anyways,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh my God, do you want to know something really funny? Do you know what I just did?
Yes.
In my brain, I was reading Jeremy Strong, The Apprentice. I was picturing Jeremy Irons,
Oh God.
which is a wholly different human being.
Okay.
I mean, I
Uh,
stand by what I said, but also like
do you know who
hilarious.
Jeremy Strong is?
Yes, I can now that
Okay.
you said that he's his brother in Succession, that's what made me realize because I was like, well, I know that this guy plays his brother, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, that's Jeremy Strong. Okay. So
Jeremy
yeah,
Irons?
I
Like
understand that they are very different
Scar?
human beings. Yes, okay.
Uh
I called myself out. Okay.
okay, okay.
Anyway, so what's your pick?
That is funny. Jeremy Irons and Kieran Culkin in Succession. They're
That's why I was so
brothers.
confused. I was like, what? Like, how have I never heard of that?
That'd be good.
No, like that's a
Uh,
big age difference.
so we'll do an SNL sketch. That's one of our ideas when we go in there. Um, yeah. Okay. So what you said about Kieran Culkin and A Real Pain, I
Mhm.
think also applies to The Brutalist in terms of being an artist too. In
Mm-hmm.
terms of like how hard it is and how or person of any type of art. And that's I
Yeah,
think the reason why it is so good. But again, access to the film, that's
yeah.
it should be like music, so it should be free for or available for everyone at least. So,
Yes, yeah.
anyways,
Because
soapbox.
that's one that like you can't even buy online or like on
Yeah, well,
streaming right
until
now.
like
Like it's
this last week,
pre-order.
it like showed
Yeah.
up, and then it was like, well, we're doing our podcast this week, so
Yeah. It's
too
like
bad.
you can pre-order for $30. Like, or not. Like, what?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
showed up on
So
Tuesday. Now it's available on the I think 18th or something. Um, yeah. So I went with Kieran Culkin. I haven't seen
yay.
The Brutalist or The Apprentice.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So
Very
again,
nice.
Brutalist is on the list. So is Wicked, and so is
Hmm.
there's another one. I'm sure we'll get to it here with the best picture,
Sing Sing.
probably.
Um,
Um,
actor in a leading role. So we have Adrian Brody for The Brutalist, Timothy Chalamet, A Complete Unknown, Coleman Domingo, Sing Sing, Ralph Fiennes, Conclave, and Sebastian Stan, The Apprentice.
my pick is the one I predict will not win, unfortunately. But just because I love him, I went with Coleman Domingo. Just I'm Thelma and Louising that right off the cliff. I don't care. It's like I think he's just such a good actor in general, I think. Like you
Mhm.
saw Euphoria, right? So
I was just gonna say, like after, like I loved him in general, and then after watching that, and
yeah.
I'm just like all in.
Mhm.
Just,
Yeah.
oh my God, he's amazing. Oh
And
my goodness.
Candyman. I mean,
Yeah, I haven't watched that. I'm not gonna watch
you
Candyman.
should. You should watch the
I will
original and then this
never
one.
watch Candyman.
Face your
But
fears. Well, you faced the substance, so
I
that's
faced the substance. I feel like that counts for me.
that
Okay.
counts. That does count. I
Yeah.
yes.
But so Coleman Domingo, Sing Sing.
Yes.
I love it. Um, I'm all in on that. Like again, having seen none of these but Conclave, I
Yeah.
would be all in if he won. I would love that.
Yes.
Um,
We
but
need this.
I'm gonna go with Ralph Fiennes for Conclave. I
Oh,
thought he did a
okay.
phenomenal job in that role. Um,
Yeah.
and like I said, I was so surprised that I liked it and I was
Yeah.
so invested
100.
um
Yes.
and I think he really drove the whole narrative and drove like you can't not be invested in him and his performance um and be invested in the film. Like you have to, like he's the one bringing you in and I thought he did such a good job. So
Right.
I'm reference.
Nice. All right. Best picture.
Zit.
The laundry list. All right. Honora, you here? Good. The Brutalist. Brutalist. Ferris Bueller. Bueller. Anyways. A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Amelia Perez, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, The Substance, and Wicked. I cannot wait to hear Conan's rundown on this in his monologue. So,
Yeah,
like, what do these all sound like? What do these all have in common or something?
right. I
Oh,
this list, like going through this list, the only thing, like when you started, honestly, the first three, like the only thing that I thought of, it just popped into my brain immediately was in Seinfeld, Jerry Stiller, just going, I've got a lot of problems with you people. Now you're gonna hear about it.
oh, the grievances on what was that?
Yep.
The holiday, right?
Yeah, Festivus.
Festivus, yes.
That's all I
Airing
thought. It
of
was like,
grievances.
I've got a lot of problems with you people, and now you're gonna hear about it.
The
I'm,
Brutalist.
oh my gosh, Honora, get out of here. Best these somebody sat down. Somebody really sat down and said, you know what the 10 best movies of the year are? Honora and The Substance. And just, are you kidding me with this crap? Um, I'm I hate this list. I hate it. I do not hate everything on this list. I haven't even seen everything on this list. There are movies that I haven't seen that I'm not mad about, and there are movies that I haven't seen that I am mad about, and vice versa. There are movies I have seen that I'm not mad about and have seen and am mad about.
What's going on? Why are you so mad? Tell us more, Lewis Black.
Because there are other movies that should have been on this list. There are other movies that are better than these movies.
Okay, what movies would you replace here? Like
I
for
mean,
instance,
which one? So I'm just gonna take out some movies. Anora, A Complete Unknown, um, I'm Still Here, The Substance. Right
are
there.
you still
We
here?
can just nix four movies just right off the frickin' bat. Like, are you absolutely kidding me?
Okay.
And we
What
could
would
even just
okay,
go
so four.
into,
What four movies would you put in there?
I mean, first of all, Challengers. Challengers was a
Hmm.
amazing movie this year,
I
and
liked it, yeah.
I'm pissed that it is not nominated for a single thing.
Hmm.
It's bullshit. It doesn't make any
Right.
sense. It's unacceptable. Um, that I believe that that was one of the top 10 movies of the year.
Okay.
Um,
Wow,
certainly
you like
better than
tennis
some
a
of these
lot.
other fucking. Ugh. Um, I mean, honest to God, we could just go into some of the other categories to find other better films,
Alien Romulus.
right?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, but like even Sing Sing, why is Sing Sing not nominated here?
Mm-hmm.
Or the Six Triple Eight, why is
Six
the Six
triple
Triple
eight.
Eight
Yep.
not nominated here?
I can understand
Like,
that.
can you? Because
Yes.
to me, that feels again a lot like The Woman King. Like,
Maybe. Uh, mm,
I've
yeah.
just, it makes me want
Yes,
to,
yes, yes,
yeah.
yes.
Um, yeah. So I understand that last year there was a lot that happened across a
The industry.
variety of, yes,
Yeah.
there wasn't a lot that came out, and there wasn't a lot of certain, not calibers. Regardless. Oh, Civil War. Civil War came out last year. Civil War was a great movie. It was intense. It was pertinent. Like it made sense to today, to what we're going through.
Oh, yeah.
Kirsten Dunst. Yeah. Um, there's no reason that that should not be nominated for something. That was a better movie than some of this shit. I'm
Mm.
pissed. And I feel I've been thinking about this a lot today about how I was going to go into this rant. And at first I was like,
I'm here
no, you
for it.
know what?
Do
I
it.
was like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not even going to rant. And then I was like, you know what?
I
If
said
I
The
don't,
Brutalist and Honora,
yeah,
and she's like, Best Picture?
right? Um, but I want to be really clear. I am not saying that these movies are complete shit. They're not. They're
Yeah.
obviously really good pieces of work.
Yes.
Like there are aspects of them that yes are really good. Like The Substance. I hated Substance. I there were a couple times I texted Alan in the middle of it where I was like, fuck this movie. I hate this movie.
What,
But
where,
it's
where were the
because
fuck this movie points for
oh
you?
my God, there were so many. There were so
Pick,
many.
pick three
Um,
or
I
two.
can't.
Just
I
pick two.
can't. I can't.
Which part?
Most of it, honestly, the
Like when
way that it
she,
was shot,
the way that it was shot.
just
Oh,
the
the wide angles.
cinematography of it all. Yeah, I hated
Hmm.
it. Um, it was
Or
what I
wide
thought
lens.
it was going to be from the trailer, and I knew that if that's what it was, I wasn't going to like it based
Hmm.
on the trailer,
Hmm.
and it just was what I thought it was going to be. Performances were amazing. The point of the plot, like the again, the moral of the story, fabulous.
Right.
Absolutely. Um, like there are aspects like the the like just different things that were done really well. I am not the target audience for that movie.
Okay.
At all. And I feel like that is the kind of movie what did I say to Jeremy when we were watching it? In The Office, there's an episode, Halloween episode where Gabe has a like video, like a DVD or something of some of the most disturbing things for humans to watch, and it like gives him like the creeps and like makes him throw up because it's so disturbing.
Yeah.
That's what it made me feel like the entire time.
Oh. Oh, really? Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yes.
It's body
And I
horror
was
film. Yep.
yes, and I was like, this is my nightmare. I hate it. I hate it so much. Really well done for what their intention was. I am not saying that it was terrible, that I can do better. I can't
It's just
fucking
not
do
for
better.
you.
It's just, yeah, it's not for me. And I genuinely, in my whole body, feel like it is not worth being in the top 10 of every movie that came out in 2024. And it's upsetting because there's so many movies that I feel like
Could be
are.
here. Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
So I just want to like clarify that every year I do this, and I'm like, Licorice Pizza, The Nomad, and I'm pissed, and I'm like, these movies suck. It's not because I'm saying that they're like obviously they're well done movies, and for the point and the intention and the hard work of so many people.
Hmm.
Absolutely get it. That
We'll
is
be
not
able to
where I'm
see them
coming
next
from.
year when they come out and they're available for people to see after they lost the Oscars, right?
Yes, that's true. But having said that, I'm pissed about this list. I'm sick of the Academy doing this shit. I'm sick of them picking movies that don't deserve to be in the top 10 and
Yeah.
just bypassing movies that do deserve to be in the top 10. It's
So
bullshit.
you're rage quitting the Oscars after this.
I'm rage quitting.
Yeah.
We should do our own Oscars. We're like, hey, who would we nominate?
Yeah. Uh, that goes over
Bullshit.
well. Like the Webbies. Just it's mayhem.
Right?
It's award season. Let's go. Let's make our
Let's
own
just do it. Yeah.
Film and Beyond awards.
Yes. I love that. Oh my gosh. Anyway,
It's a
so I
film reel that
mean,
never ends. It's like hey, you have to drag this out of here now.
yes. Uh I will say though, um this year, kind of similar to the year when uh
Go, 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 go,
Everything
go,
Everywhere
go,
All at
go, go,
Once
go, go,
was
go.
nominated and won.
Hmm.
I do
Hmm.
feel like the best movie of last year has been nominated. I think that it is Wicked,
Hmm.
hands down, for a plethora of reasons. I genuinely believe that that was the best film that came out last year. Um, and I hope so deeply that it wins. I don't think that it will. I think The Brutalist is going to win because it's just the Academy type movie.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, that's what I
Back
want.
to
I want
Disney Plus for Rahana after this. No, I'm just kidding.
Yep. But I want Wicked to win desperately.
Hmm.
I genuinely think that that was actually the best movie last year.
Okay. Huh.
Okay, I'm done. What about you, Alan?
Honora saw that. Brutalist. Waiting. Um, Complete Unknown. Uh-huh. Conclave, good. Dune Part 2, excellent. Amelia Perez. Okay. Uh, I'm still here. I don't know where you are. For viewing. Um,
Mhm.
Nickel Boys. Again, it's a select theater thing.
Yeah.
The Substance, loved it in a sense of like you were saying,
Mhm.
um, just the point of it. And if you
Yeah,
don't get the point of it,
it's
anyways,
tough.
yeah.
Yeah. If you don't get the point of it, you should probably research it and look it up and read on it
Well,
because it's actually really important.
I did go in pretty blind on it, so I was totally in left field when
Oh,
I
were
watched it.
you?
Yes, I was not like
Okay.
up to date on anything when I first saw it.
Okay.
I was
Got
just
it.
like,
Yeah.
what is I saw Demi Moore, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
and uh, Dennis Quaid, right? Or
Yeah.
wait,
Yeah.
yeah,
Who, man, he plays the creepy, gross guy so well.
they did that very well. The shrimp.
Yeah. Fun fact, well, sad fact. Ray Liotta was supposed to play that role.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Damn.
I didn't realize that it had been like a movie in the making since for that long.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, apparently originally at least he was supposed to, but
Oh,
that might have been like, yeah.
good to
Anyway,
know. Thanks for bringing that
continue.
up. Yeah.
I'm here to bring everybody down. So
Yeah, and
uh,
speaking of which, the In Memoriam will definitely include David Lynch, and it's just like that was a big hit to
yeah,
the
yeah,
independent filmmaking community because it's like
yes.
doesn't get much more independent than David Lynch.
Yeah.
The other Dune,
Oh,
love it or hate it,
yeah.
there's a mixed hat on that. So my pick, I struggled. It was either because I didn't see Wicked,
Yep.
still your fault. So
I'm
it won't get
sorry.
picked.
It's okay because I believe that if you watched it, you would understand where I'm coming from and you would agree.
Yeah, it
I
makes me
believe
wonder
that,
what
so
is
it's
part
okay.
two then? Because like, what did you miss? Like, or what is it?
It's
The other perspective of that,
the
or
whole
is
second
it
half. No,
okay?
it ends.
I'm just
Are we spoiling it? You've seen
yeah,
the play, right?
yes.
Okay, so it ends when she officially flies away. So like they're chasing it. So they're still at the wit
Mm-hmm.
or they just saw the wizard
Uh-huh.
and they tricked her into turning all of the monkeys into flying monkeys. And she realized that they're the ones actually causing all of the chaos and the horrible things to happen to the
Yeah.
animals. And so she's running away, and then they're like chasing her, trying to catch her, and like putting out this big announcement like she is this traitor and she's done all these things, blah blah blah.
Right. Right.
And and
She's
then
wicked.
she has the defying gravity song and she flies away, and that's where it
Intermission.
yeah. And so it's picking up from there, which I'm
Okay.
very excited about because I didn't know, I've never seen the play. I didn't know there was more beyond that.
Hmm.
And then I read about it after seeing it. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited.
My parents were like two parts because
Yeah.
I saw it with them. I think the first time,
Oh, really?
and it was just kind of like they were confused.
Yeah. I'm so
Like,
excited.
why are there two parts?
It actually makes me want to
The play wraps
read
it
the
up so nicely.
books because there's
Yeah,
like so much
yeah.
story even after that. But yeah. Anyway, continue.
So my pick is between The
go,
Substance
go,
and
go.
Dune
Mhm.
Part 2.
I would not be surprised if Dune won
Yeah, or Brutalist, obviously,
or
as
Brutal.
we
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
4-hour film? Check, no.
Checks that
Nomination.
box.
Yeah, right.
I mean, Scorsese didn't make a 4-hour film this year, so they had to come up with something.
Yeah, all the
Sorry, that
Scorseses
was
are definitely 3.5 for
yeah,
sure, or at least in most recent years.
yeah. Man, was there anything not nominated that you thought should have been nominated?
Well, all I like a lot of like sci-fi and genre in general, so it's just like
I mean, yeah.
forget about it.
Honestly, it's so shitty um that those don't get nominated because they
And
are amazing and there's so much that goes into them.
mm,
I mean, those are some of the I don't know. Yeah, I think it's bullshit. I think the Academy needs to progress. We need
yeah.
to grow.
Well, I mean, there are a lot more
Go,
international
go, go,
attention
go, go,
here,
go, go.
so like
Mm-hmm.
with Amelia
Which,
Perez
yeah,
and
I'm
I'm
still
Still Here.
here.
Hmm.
Low and a couple
So
of
the
them, yeah,
Academy is definitely diversifying,
which is
but
good.
um, obviously not the majority, but
Right.
um,
But yeah.
yeah,
So,
who is voting here?
right.
Who's
How
a
do I have a
member?
talk with them?
That's
I want to
funny.
have
I
a
did meet a
discussion.
an Academy member at Cannes once. It was funny. So
If you run into one again, let them know. I have thoughts.
sometimes you're right. 50, it's like the weatherman. It's like
Occasionally,
sometimes you get
yeah.
the forecast down, but
Yeah.
then it's like that
Sometimes you get
wasn't
my
a
dog's
snowstorm.
hopes up and you're like, hey, it's supposed to snow much today and be 30, so your dog can run and play in it, and then ends up getting an inch of snow and it's -10 out. And I'm like, sorry, bud, deal with it. And he's just like, this is not what the weatherman said. Like,
I do. Oh,
take it
no.
up with him.
Yeah. So I do want to see Nosferatu
Yeah.
Brutalist in probably parts.
Yeah.
And Sing Sing, I guess. So
Yeah, I do really want to see Sing Sing.
Wicked.
They're
Hello.
wicked. I'm gonna rewatch that. And
Wait,
I'm excited
what?
I want to see the Nickel Boys. I do want to see
Hmm.
that. Yeah, there are quite a few movies on the list that I want to see. We are gonna watch Gladiator 2 probably next week. It was between The Substance and Gladiator 2 last night,
Yeah.
and Alan was like, "Watch The Substance," and so I was like,
Yeah.
"All right." So we did, and then 20 minutes later, I was like, "I fucking hate this movie."
What'd Jer think?
He did not like it.
He
Um,
didn't. Oh.
which is surprising because he went into it wanting to watch it because he had heard like rave reviews about it.
Mm.
Um, and so I was like, well, at least you got to see some naked people, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of naked people.
So much
Uh,
nakedness.
I hear the same about Nosferatu, and
Really?
yeah, well, it's
Huh.
vampire. I mean,
I guess. I don't, maybe I just don't, I don't watch enough scary movies to understand that that's like a thing. I don't know.
yeah,
That's okay. I'm just gonna watch Wicked again,
because you have to be intimate to be a vampire. Anyways,
I suppose.
right there.
Fine.
Rah, that's that.
Rah.
What are you doing?
Oh my God. I love it. All right. Well, those are our picks. And I tried to limit my rants. Hopefully that was better. Um,
Yes, and never again shall we do a nominations picks like this.
yeah, Oscar specific.
Well, not
It
never
might be
again, but
more like award
a
season.
spread. Maybe we'll just do five of these, huh? Just
Yeah,
be
there we go.
like, yeah, actors, fine.
We should do the ones that are really pertinent to like you and me.
Yeah,
And
which
then
is
get
all of
people's
them.
take on the
But,
rest of well, fine. But yeah. Uh comment on what your picks are. What
yeah,
movies you thought were snubbed
who's best
or
picture? Who's
yeah.
snubbed? Yeah.
Or you know, if you disagree with me, honestly, don't tell me because then I'm gonna think about it for the next 5 years and I'm gonna feel bad. Um, it's fine. Uh, but yeah, comment. We'd love to hear from you. And until next time, this has been Film and Beyond.